Aquarius, and welcome to my channel. I'm going to do your reading, and this is a timeless reading, so this is for whenever you feel drawn to hear this message. Also, this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does. If it does not, leave what does not. All right, so we have the Lovers, we have Three of Swords, we have the Hanging Man, and we have the Emperor. We have Page of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, and the Moon. All right. For overall energy, we have the Moon. So I feel like this is something that you don't see yet. And I feel like what it is, for current energies, we have the Lovers, Three of Swords, the Hanging Man, and the Emperor. And I feel like the current energies have to represent a relationship that maybe you had a breakup with, that you are no longer in, but you have to see it from a different perspective, and you have to learn from that past relationship. I feel like maybe right now it's new, or it's fresh, or it just happened, or it's happening, or you're feeling like you want to move away from the relationship, or you feel like the relationship is coming to an end. But I feel like the core of it is this Hanging Man, where you're seeing things from a different perspective, and you're seeing that maybe you're not truly happy. Maybe this is not, you know inside that this is not the relationship that you want, that is not fulfilling for you. I feel like you're learning a lot from this relationship. Or it could be that if you're single, it's past relationships, past hurt. Because I feel like this is in the past that you're learning from. Maybe you're in a new relationship, a current relationship, but this past relationships keep coming back in. You keep thinking about that, or you're worrying about it, and I feel like it's something that you have to take a look at. It's something that you have to see from a different perspective. It's something that you have to learn from. There's something from a past relationship that you have to learn from, that you have to see, that you have to realize. That maybe it's your relationship patterns. Maybe you keep picking the same type of person, and you keep going in the same circle, and the same things keep happening. And maybe it's time to take a look at, why does this keep happening? Why do I choose these same kind of people? If the relationships aren't working out and they seem to have that same kind of pattern, what are those things that you can look at? What is it that you can step back from those relationships and really look at with a discerning eye, and, just not just looking at it from a different perspective. And I feel like you're going to learn a lot from that. For future energies, we have the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. So we have two aces right here for this future energy. Aces are new beginnings, new starts. Ace of Swords is getting over a difficult time, something difficult, something hard, something that you struggled with, something that I feel you couldn't figure out. These chains are really sticking out to me. Something that you felt chained to, but the chains are broken. See, it's broken here. So the chains are broken, and you don't have those chains anymore to this past relationship. Like, you realize it because you've taken into this Emperor energy, and you've realized and you've learned, and you're like, yeah, I realize that if you get into a new relationship, or you're in a relationship and you start seeing these red flags going on and on and on, they're flaring everywhere, and you're like, maybe before you were making excuses for someone else's bad behavior, but now you're like, well, I'm seeing those red flags, so I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to acknowledge those. And then the Ace of Wands is taking things into your own hands and having that fire and that spark and that new beginning, because I feel like this really, what you learned from this has really changed your perspective. We have the Page of Pentacles, which is positive, good things coming in for you. And we have the Knight of Wands, which is taking those actions to move past this here and to move forward. So I feel like right now you're kind of, maybe this also represents deception on your part, that you're not really coming to terms about what happened here. And that's something that you have to see. The Moon could also be that, these things want to come in for you. This energy wants to come in for you. This learning, this new start, this leaving the past behind and moving forward wants to come in for you. but you can't see that right now because you're in this energy right here, this Three of Swords energy. And sometimes we can't see it. Sometimes we kind of have to step away from this Three of Swords energy. Sometimes we don't realize it. And sometimes the people around us are pointing things out, but we don't see it because we're right in the middle of it. And we can't realize that until we step away. And I feel like that's something that you need to do. All right, yeah, work on a relationship. Work on this past relationship. What is it that you can learn from it? What can you grow? What can you learn from it so that you don't do that again and put yourself in that energy, okay? Is it a relationship that you are currently in that you are holding on to some heartbreak, some hurt? Is there a distance, a big distance in your relationship, your current relationship, and you're not feeling connected? What are those things that you can do to work on? Is it to step back and look at this relationship? Not only seeing what that person is putting into the relationship, but see what you're putting into the relationship. Sometimes we don't want to see the energy, or we're not really able to see the energy that we're putting into it. Like sometimes when you watch TV shows and then people, like they're in a relationship and then they see themselves on TV and they're like, wow, I didn't really know that I was acting like that. I didn't know I was being like that. I didn't know that that's how I was presenting myself. And sometimes, and it's hard to do that, to step back and really think about, how am I presenting myself to my partner or this person? Are they just reacting to an attitude or something that I am projecting? And then that's making me more angry, and then that causes more problems between the two of us. I feel like you're going to learn a lot from this situation. Like your eyes are really going to be opened about what's going on here, whether it's a past relationship or a current relationship. And just this Hangman, I feel, is the one that's key. Five of Wands is that there may be a lot of going back and forth. Maybe, I feel like it's just, like I said, sometimes we really have to look at what energies we are putting into a relationship. And this relationship can represent a friendship, it can represent a family member, business, like whatever the Lover's card represents for you. It's a relationship that you have to learn from, or a relationship that you are in that is in this Three of Swords energies that you have to work through that. And I feel like you keep going back and forth with that. But you also have to stand up for yourself and make decisions that are best for you, okay? With the Seven of Wands there, that's, you know, kind of holding back all of these other wands and saying, you know, rising above a situation. And maybe it's about being the bigger person and taking that step back and looking at it from a, you know, kind of, sometimes we have to swallow our pride and say, yeah, I guess, you know, that's what I was doing. That's the energy I was putting out there. I see that now. All right, we have the Devil card. That can represent a Capricorn. That can also represent, you know, what are those, breaking those chains, okay? Do you feel trapped? Do you feel that this is a negative? I do feel like there is a lot of negativity, that there is, maybe you feel stuck in a relationship. But here the chains are broken, and here on this we have the, it's not a chain, but it's like this rope that has the two people tied there, that, you know, in some of the Devil cards there is a chain between the two people, but I feel like that's going to break. This could just represent toxic energies from a past relationship. This could be memories. This could be habits, okay? Are there some habits? Like I said, looking at your relationship patterns, is there the same habits that you keep picking the same people and it's the same problems, and, you know, being more aware of that. Ten of Wands, tens are completions. Like I said, I really feel like you're going to learn a lot by stepping back and looking at this situation and being open to what this has to show you and what you can learn from it, okay? You have to be open to it. If you're just having blinders on and you're like, nope, I'm right, there's nothing wrong with me, I'm doing it the right way, and I feel like this is going to keep happening until you finally realize that, okay, maybe there are some things I have to change. maybe there are some things I have to look at differently. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying, like, being open to seeing all sides of the situation. And I feel like that helps you to feel lighter. That helps you to feel better. Maybe it's really heavy energy just to stay with these blinders on. Like, it's been exhausting for you. And maybe it's just about just letting some things go. Sometimes we just have to let things go. Again, Page of Pentacles. We have Page of Pentacles twice, which is that good energy, those good things that want to come in for you, that good energy. I feel like it's, what is it? A karmic lesson where we keep doing the same thing until we finally realize, you know, we've learned from it. We finally figured it out, you know, what it is that's going on. And then you can close that door to that karmic lesson and you can say, yeah, I've learned my lesson. I know what to look for. I know what's going on here. And especially with these two aces, the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands, I just think that's so good. That's such good energy. This getting over the past and moving towards the future. It's like shutting the door on the past and opening up this new door. And this is something that, you know, you can't see right now, that you may not be able to see. But I feel like once you open your eyes to that, the King of Wands is somebody who is very wise. He learns a lot. I feel like you're going to learn so much from the situation, but you have to be open to it to begin with. You have to be open to looking at it. You have to be open to see, to do the work and to see things from all sides. And this may be something that takes a while, because sometimes it's like, well, yes, and then it's a different feeling, and then you kind of back away into your old habits, and then it's like, well, this feels all new and different for me. I don't know. It just doesn't make me feel comfortable. And then you go back to what you're comfortable with. But then maybe you realize, well, maybe my comfortable place is not a good place, and that I have to move from that. And that's something that takes time. But at least if you acknowledge it, you see it, you're open to it, and you're open to the change, then I feel like that's definitely a step in the right direction. It doesn't mean it's all going to happen in one day or one night, but being open to it, and as time goes on, becoming stronger and seeing the changes. And that's again with the Page of Pentacles. Buffalo Spirit, the abundant universe will provide. And I feel like that's what it's doing, is it's providing you signs, it's providing you indications, it's providing you with these hints and these energies for you to open your eyes and see what it is that you have, this Lovers and the Ace of Swords. Like, what is it that you need to look at, do the work on, you know, with the Three of Pentacles, that's doing the work. But it's so rewarding not being able to see it now, but once you do, it's breaking those chains and those bonds that were holding you down into this, you know, giving you this Ten of Wands. I mean, he looks really tired. He's worn out. He's exhausted. But tens, like I said, tens are completions. Like, he carried all of these wands to his destination, and he finally got there, and he's like, wow, I'm really tired, but I'm really glad that I made it. I'm so proud of myself because I did it. So it's just being open to those signs and those energies. You know, even this reading, you know, this is a sign, if you felt drawn to hear this, that this is a sign for you to, you know, do something, or to acknowledge, or to be open to it, and that this is definitely a start. All right, thank you so much for watching, and be sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising sign for more messages. And as always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.